The ability to react very quickly and accurately on the test is very important. We want to spend as little time as possible on question stems. So for example, if I were to ask you, which one of the following is not necessarily false except, what am I asking? Which one of the following could be true except, what am I asking? Which one of the following is not necessarily false except, what am I asking? So as you can see, given enough time, everybody can deduce the correct answer. But like I said, time is important. So let's use this technique here. Let's imagine that we have a little scale from one end to the other end, right? So on the left end, I will designate it as must be false. On the right end, I will designate that as must be true. This makes sense because to the very opposite of must be false is must be true, right? To the very opposite of must be true is must be false. Okay, so what is in the middle then? Well, the middle is going to be designated as could be. But there's could be true and could be false, right? So we can actually say could be true on top and could be false at the bottom. So that's the little chart you need to remember. This is a system that will allow us to react much faster on the test. So let's see. Let's think about what if the question is asking which one of the following must be true except. Well, the answer after a period of thinking would be, oh, it could be false. Right, process this now. Once you get that, you say, okay, I understand now, but I need to be able to react quicker. So how do I do that? This is what you need to do. Remember, this is the end point. And this is also an end point. The part in the middle, we'll call this the middle. So could be true is the middle, and also could be false is also a middle, right? So let's see. If the question we're asking which one of the following must be true except, must be, it's referring to the end. So therefore, essentially they're asking the end except. Right? I just simply moved the except down here. And that equals could be. And could be is what? Could be is the middle. So that means it is the middle. But here I had true before, and here we have false afterwards. Ah, I see. So we need to flip the truth to the false. So we need to flip. You see, every time a question asks which one of the following must be something, you know it's referring to the end point. So automatically you will go to the end point. But if you see the word except, you know it's going to be referring to the middle, so automatically you will have could be up. And all you have to do after that is flip the true to false. So let's see, let's practice. Which one of the following must be false except? Must be is the end point, therefore equals the middle, therefore it's could be. I said must be false except. We need to flip the false to true, therefore the answer is could be true. Right? Okay, what if there's a question that asks which one of the following could be true except? Well, could be, it's the middle, right? So essentially this is asking for the middle except. Could be and the except, right? And that equals to what? We already know that could be true except is the same thing as to say must be false. When you're preparing for it, take some time to process that. And that equals to must be is the end point again, right? So the end, what did I do? Flip the truth to false. So you flip. As you can see, in comparing the two scenarios, all you do is the second you know it's the end, go to the middle. The second you know it's the middle except, go to the end, and then just flip the false to true, and then flip the true to false. Right? So let's practice again. Which one of the following could be true except? Must be false. Which one of the following could be false except? Must be is the endpoint, so go to the middle. Could be, false to true, could be true. So run through these scenarios. Which one of the following must be true except? Which one of the following could be true except? Must be false. Which one of the following could be false except? Must be true. Right? And the good thing is also that you know you have gotten the right answer. It's very accurate. Another thing that people would ask is, what if you're being asked anything other than these four terms? For example, if somebody said, which one of the following cannot be true except? Well, if something cannot be true, that means it must be false. Cannot be true is the same thing as to say must be false. But they ask, cannot be true except, therefore it must be false except, which is what? Could be true. Right? If a question were to ask, which one of the following is not necessarily false except? Not necessarily false. If something's not necessarily false, that means it could be true. And then could be true except must be false. Which one of the following is not necessarily true except? If something's not necessarily true, it could be false. And could be false except must be true. Practice this until perfection. Obviously, the derivation process is slow. However, as long as you remember these rules in red, you will be able to convert much quicker on the test. And also knowing that you're looking for the right answer after this.